many of us here know, middle school is arguably the most awkward phase of our lives, filled with drama, acne, and friends of the opposite gender. It's a transition that we take, giving us time to stretch ourselves and find who we are. It allows us to experiment with who we want to be. Each and every student graduating here today has changed in many ways since they walked through the doors on their first day of middle school. And because of this, I know I've often been faced with one question throughout my experience. This question is, who am I? Or perhaps, who are you? The answer to this question is impacted by all those around us, our teachers, parents, peers, but most importantly, ourselves. We all are different people than we were in 6th grade for many reasons, some more obvious than others. We've all grown 3 years older, many of us a couple inches taller. Maybe you've become a better student, musician, or athlete, whatever it may be. These are the very things that make you who you are right here in this moment. From an educational standpoint, each of us has grown throughout middle school, and we owe this to ourselves, but to our teachers as well. In 6th grade, I was far from the student I am today. And although every teacher I've had has impacted me in some way, I have to thank one for giving me the special push that I needed. In 6th grade in Mrs. Keiken's class, we were assigned to give a speech one day, and I remembered that I hadn't done the homework, and I figured I would wing it. As you can probably imagine, that turned out awfully. To the incoming students of next year, that's something I don't recommend. Even aside from that specific event, I was shy and didn't speak out much in class. But today, I'm near the opposite. After all, I'm speaking right here. Mrs. Keiken had a tough love policy, which is something that I was fortunate enough to learn in the beginning of middle school. This helped me learn a more structured style of middle school filled with long-term projects and RRJs. So thank you to Mrs. Keiken for tough love, because without it, I wouldn't be here. And thanks to so many other teachers as well. This year especially has prepared our class for high school, and I couldn't have asked for better teachers to do so. I'm calling out another teacher, but Mrs. Albano has been one of those people. One who made my learning experience enjoyable enough that I look forward to LA class, something that many students can't say about some of their classes. Not only that, but she showed me that a teacher doesn't only go as far as that, but that a teacher can be a friend as well. Thank you so much, Mrs. Albano. We're so lucky to have teachers like that at our school we can count on in so many different ways. To all of the teachers, you've helped us grow, whether we want to admit it or not. You all have made me and the other students who we are today. We also are who we are because of our friends. Through middle school, I've become friends with those I thought I'd never talk to, and they've turned out to be some of the most amazing people to have by my side. Not to call her out, but Ellie Geyer scared the life out of me during 6th and the beginning of 7th grade. I'm sure some students and teachers can agree with me on that one. But now she's one of my best friends. Many students have been surprised to see the things that middle school has brought them, and new friendship is one that I'm extremely thankful for. Sadly, along with gaining friends, there may come loss, but even in those cases, I was surprised. There came a point when I really thought that I'd lost a friend, which as many may know, is easily 10 times more traumatic than a breakup. There's nothing scarier than an angry middle school girl filled with gossip and lies. Well, either way, I was pushed to open up and talk to the ex-friend, and today she's here, one of my best friends. You know who you are, and thanks for making me speak to her, and thank you to the other person for being my friend when I wasn't yours. Anyways, my point in telling all of you that is that sometimes our friends know what's best for us, even when we don't. So take a chance to make it work, because you might not realize what you're losing. We've heard it a million times, but we must remember to think before we act. This isn't only used in middle and high school, but you can use it when you're age 5 or 95. We've all had rough moments in these 3 years, but for many of us, our friends have helped pull us through, and we can't forget to thank each other. We, of course, also have to thank our parents. We're frequently told to thank them for what they do. We just had Mother's Day, and Father's Day is coming up as well. We know we're very fortunate, but they really deserve more thanks than we could ever give them. They've paid for this education, the clothes on your back, our homes, and they're here today supporting us. Our parents' support is worth more than anything else we could be given. I understand this is middle school. Our parents can embarrass us. Whether the embarrassment is intentional or not, I have yet to figure out. We fight with them too, but they still stick by our side. They truly do make us who we are, and they rode this crazy ride in middle school with us. I remember once after a rough day, my mom told me, just take every day one step at a time, and I really took that with me for the rest of middle school. It's the best advice I could have asked for. I focused on the present moment, and then every task didn't seem to loom over me. So today, we can reminisce our first days of middle school and look forward to all of the amazing opportunities ahead of us in high school, but we can never lose sight of what's here and now in this moment. Savor it, because once it was a dream, and tomorrow it will be a memory. After all, The past and the future are only ideas, memories, and dreams. Because we live only in the present. We live only now. Make it count.
With Jack.